All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I'll play a short game here of Heroes of Might and Magic. Just in a selection screen now, deciding what to play. I think the tempo, that's going to be a lot of boosting and buffing and that sort of thing. Yeah, we had a lot of skellies, like good stuff. And schism. Let's see, a splinter faction of Alvar. This group has delved into the depths of water through the ancient warrior rites. They possess the power to deny their opponents' abilities and magic, while summoning ever-growing hordes of monstrous creatures. I suppose we could try that. A fun portrait. Gonna be fun when the game actually comes out though. So you can actually do like campaigns. What is this? Grand Shoth. The Eye Collective. Derby. Really cool portraits though. Very atmospheric. Reminds me a bit of Warhammer, Chaos and those sort of things. With all these kind of variations and unnatural kind of alterations to their features. This is straight up Slanesh, isn't it? I should probably be looking more at the modifiers rather than the portraits, which I seem to be more interested in. But this one's spell based, that's kind of cool. And it debuffs the enemy spellcaster. I see. I can totally see if people really get into this game when it's finally released that you would have a lot of replayability with all these different heroes and such. We get cultists, okay. Ah, okay. Get some more info here as well. Now, Mercury is something that I've had a hard time producing or getting access to in previous games, so this might be good. Iron Master. Oh, look, it's Gollum. Finally, he's become risen to the ranks. Grelech the Betrayer. That seems fitting, doesn't it? What was this? Some sort of a slug slash vortex or some type. More movement points. I mean, this could be kind of fun though. One thing, I've played a few games of this now. And I know the staple of the game is to, you stay back, send the armies in and whatever modifiers you have are applied from the hero onto the troops. But wouldn't it be just awesome to actually have your hero in there fighting as well? I think there was a series like that a long time ago called Dark something. More of a kind of hand-drawn style. But then in that you actually brought your hero in as well. So you really rewarded from buffing them up, and you'd see them like this, force on the battlefield. So that was really cool. So I'm thinking I might go with Blackthorn. I like the idea of, bit of spell bonus. Yeah, let's do that. Guess we'll just start and see how it goes. Good afternoon and welcome to the stream. Just having a bit of a lazy Saturday afternoon. Have you had a chance to play the game yourself? If so, do you enjoy it? I take a moment to load it for the first time. I'm just loading it from an external hard drive, so it seems to be chugging along at a very kind of mellow pace by the looks of it. Extreme mellow case, I would even say. Well, we'll see. Okay, finally, a bit of a jump. Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm looking forward to the game actually coming out. It'll be fun to play these campaigns when that happens. So it's a bit more structured and a bit more story elements to it as well. So the map we're playing on is a large one, so we get 4 different heroes, each vying for control and victory in the end. You know, given the loading times, it's starting to feel a bit like I'm loading a map in Total War or Warhammer or something. Come on, I have faith in you, you can do this. Just a little bit more. Don't think I have anything else running at the moment. Often I've had all kinds of applications and things going on in the background. This time, I don't think so. Well, on the bright side, the art's really nice to look at. They really hired some nice artists, I think. Like the colors and the hues of everything. Well-defined images. Very stylized, without, being too cartoony. Maybe I should have loaded this up fully before starting streaming, but hey, here we are. Not much we can do but wait at this point. I'm sure I'll just kind of do a final leap at the end. There we go, finally. Alright, so we got some Scottish bagpipes. Not at all clashing with the jazz we got going. Is it this guy? Would you mind just cutting the rackets? Right, let's go to the city. We'll see if we can recruit some troops. Wow, okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so it's the first time I'm trying this faction now. It does have a very kind of ethereal, otherworldly sense to it. Maybe it's Cthulhu based. With all the tentacles and everything going on like that. Well, first things first, let's have a look at what kind of troops we have. How do we do that? Let's see. Double click. I think these are ranged. No? Okay. Must be a variant I've seen where they kind of shoot these beams. But maybe that's another one. Who knows? Alright, flying's not bad. Some stack of rush shot, so one more of these. Alright, so one of them dies and they can summon some more. Okay. Cultists, almost good. Glance into the abyss. Curse the target enemy. First target takes 16 pure damage at the start of his turn. This effect is stackable. On reach. So I'm guessing 2 hexes instead of 1. And what's this finally? Some sort of knight riding a ice slug. Icy breath. Make an additional attack dealing 100% of basic attack. It's pure damage. Yeah, I guess we're just best off trying them out in combat, right? Okay, so we'll try to get as many of these as we can. Let's right click, maybe. Yes. And just grab them here. And then we will see if we can make any upgrades. Construct, okay. Now I had no idea what kind of units we're looking into, but given the hero, we probably want to go down more of a spell casting route if we can. Bit of gold for this, also a bit of trading, a bit of protection. Well, gives me the actual, lets me summon these things without actually knowing what the upgrade's like. Right, so I'm guessing cultists maybe do spells, so let's do that. So that's starting down there. Is that a different interface? Okay. Oh, look at that. Incubus. This one reminds me a bit of, not the great old one from Warhammer, but some of these kind of Nurgle ones, right? There's this one guy that's on a throne that's just kind of carried around. Very reminiscent of that, with, of course, the complementary mutations from Chaos. As you do. And this one's a bit like the great old one. So we can get more heroes. This might be a good idea just to split them up to begin with at least. And to try to gather a bit more resources or faster. A spell weaver. So maybe this one would be good for the rush shots, and then I can, you know, put the cultists to better use with this guy here. So don't really want to do too that focus on spell damage. It's not as fun. I'm wondering if this icon indicates what type, so maybe like a melee one's a bit different. Okay, so we have these as well. Right, so they do seem to be rather focused on the magic. Alright, I think we'll come back next week and see if there is something better then. Oh, so we have 2 cities. Okay. Let's see if we can get a bit of gold here. That sounds good. Looks like we might need some more troops to actually fight a lot of these. We'll start with an easy fight. Let's try this. Yeah, that's a pretty good result. Some more cultists. You know, of course, if you can get a fair number of them, then it's much easier for us to take on some of these bigger fights. I think we have more movement points. Just destroying them to get the XP, that's the main idea. And gems, got some mercury, which was nice. It's too bad with this game that you can't actually. So a lot of kind of modern games, they do give you that option to play audio even when it's deselected, and that helps a lot when you're streaming because it lets you compare volumes and such. So right now, I have to Alt Tab really quick and kind of hope to catch what it's like. There we go. Get more of these. Okay, so now we get a let's battle. It's more fun. I want to see some of this in action. I am forgetting one thing though. We possibly could do some spell research. Toxic Spear, Spitting. When damage causes all adjacent enemies to take plus 25% damage. I wonder if they're both magical creatures. Alright, so they seem to be... well, it's just a counterattack though. Alright. I think, if I recall correctly, as for the spells, you need to wait for it to charge up at the bottom a bit. Here goes the slug. I think the best tactic right now is just to get in there. You know what? I think that maybe we don't actually know any spells yet. But the problem with this one is that it will counterattack 2 units. So this won't get hit too. But, with the lack of a better option, so this one should attack without being hit back. Now this one did have that kind of range thing, right? So maybe... let's try this. Move in by 1. Oh, okay. Maybe I should have selected a skill and then... applied it and it would have moved in the correct range. Alright, so I'm gonna try to save him. Yeah, keep running, my friend. Keep running. The same here. I'm gonna try to move out. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's a learning experience. Being magic focused, that's probably a good way to do it. Alright, sticky, magic arrow, raw energy. Now, offense sounds good, but I don't actually know what it is. We'll try that. I don't know what the word is, but as in within the game. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. So if you do see offense, then we'll pick that. Let's do this one. So, schism creatures are these any kind of summon creatures, like the cultists, for example, would not be getting this, I imagine. It's probably just the, you know, tentacle things. And what's communion? Okay, so these are all communion. Alright. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this could make us much faster, so let's try that. Fight a dragon? I think not. Maybe later. Now let's have a look at the... it looks like we have another week here. So if we go in, we might be able to build something now. I'm just doing it somewhat randomly at this point. Until I know exactly what units to go for, etc. It's kind of hard to know exactly what makes sense. So let's see. Still the same ones. So this one's there's a bit more tanky, so maybe that's interesting, a bit different. Okay, so when you pick them up, that's when you get the other ones. So this one, this is the hero I would have liked. More melee focus, it seems. So cultists. Okay. Well, I think it's related to the number of cities, so if you capture another city, you might be able to get this guy. Now let's look at the spells. This should be somewhere. Oh, there's this thing too, right? A bit more gold, sure. There we go. There's the spells. And how many points do I have to allocate here, if any? And where do I start? That's arcane, that's healing. And buffing as well. And are these other trees? So does this kind of thing rotate maybe? Okay, I've seen this before. I've seen the nightshade, so I won't be going down that path. Primal magic, primal. I'm guessing that's elemental and such things. Alright, so we can exclude that. Or maybe arcane or healing, okay. I'm guessing arcane is going to be more kind of spell damage focused. Cannot be locked, we need a mage killed. Okay. So that's the next thing we're going to build in that case, so good to know. Now, can we have this chap leave? Easy battle, good. So there's always like this kind of balance, right? So either you wanna, if you have one hero, you'll level up a lot more and you can allocate all your troops to that hero, which can be really good. But on the other hand, you're slower to progress as in explore all the map, and you won't be able to hit all the nodes each week. So, you know, it may be worth having more than one. A bit of a trade-off. Cool animation there. Alright, that's even cooler than I thought. So let's get a bit closer. This one moves slowly. Wait a minute. Is this like a debuffer maybe? Okay, so... Alright, so we activated the stance there, I think. Alright, this should be defense. Yeah, I might want to switch back to an aggressive stance, but I might have to wait till next round for that. Anyways, let's end the round. This is the one that defends twice, right? Or is it this one? Alert, yeah. So 2 counterattacks on this one. This one's probably just more armored. So 5 defense versus what? 3 and 3? Yeah. So basic troglodytes, toxic. So these are these variants, okay. So high threats, and then down this way. What's this? Fighting style, hit and run. Okay, that's not as good as I thought. I thought it would be more like a backstab. You go in there, you do your damage. But I was not expecting counterattack. Don't know why I keep looking here. I need to get the tower up first. Alright, so we get 4 potentially down. Okay, this might be worth it. But let's have a look at this here. Glance of the Abyss. Curses the target enemy. Curse target takes 24 pure damage. Alright, so it won't be until the next round then. And this is then the regular attack, so maybe go and try to kill them. Oh, that's ranged as well. Very nice. Now for this one. Bouncing Glaze. Chooses 2 targets for this attack. Alright, so you can get more than one. Is that ranged? Oh, that is so good. I was suspecting they would need to be adjacent to each other, but apparently not. So you can move up and maybe spit. It's really nice. I mean, I really like the animations and the art style in this game so far. Sound design also very good. Everything feels very, you know, solid, chunky. And like the hits feel like they have substance. So, you know, I'm liking it. What's this? The wood and the hive, united in their understanding that the dead are merely carrion to be recycled. The once began grants random artifacts. Alright, so we're relatively close to each other, but just a lower distance, so that's fine. Let's see if we... we have 2 cities, so we should be able to recruit twice. What are these? Okay, we could do with a bit more ranged attacks. And before range attack, even if adjacent. Alright, so a bit of a debuff. Problem is though, you know, I would need to go pick them up. And this is what? Oriath. Where's that? Okay, down here. Sure, we can go do that. Maybe we can pick up a few things on the way. Magic scrolls. Well, this would be good. It gives us the first spell to cast. Okay, so I think the movement points on the yellow arc, or orange rather. So I'm out of movement points. So we'll end the round. Okay, let's see. We'll pick this one. Fighting a bit of undeads, so that should be good. What's to deal with this one? This looks like a regular skeleton. Nothing too special. Archer, but this one... 6-3, yeah, so it's just an upgraded one, upgrade warrior. Okay, so that's the main threat. Okay, let's get in there. Putting on the miniature sounds to be a bit aggressive. They do need to add some sort of sound effect or something up here when you pick a stance, I think. Looks like it's gonna be a ready to short fight. Again, yeah, so this sounds, you know, should be like a whoosh sound, right? Maybe some kind of spell casting, chanting or something. This feels very hollow, the hero ability. As much as I like the regular troop sounds and effects, this one is lacking. But, you know, the game's not out yet. There's plenty of time to upgrade a lot of these things. Okay, let's do a spitting. Hawk Tour. I forget that we guess a counterattack, I think it was called. Alright. Just want to try this out. Maybe it only works on, yeah, does not affect magical creatures, undead or constructs. Too bad. So sad. Though that's still really cool. So it seems I can cast, you know, throw that dagger across the whole battlefield. So I should probably start an engagement by doing that. I don't really need to move in like I've been doing. Okay, so let's get a mage tower up here. Need some spells. I suppose we'll need it in one location. Besides, we're out of resources for anything else interesting, so that's that. Just in time, as we're about to pick them up soon. Okay. Can probably just auto resolve this. Yep. The save house used by the triumvirate spies to rest between missions and store their ill-gotten wealth. Okay, well, you gentlemen, feel free to keep your stolen goods. We'll be back later. Also, far too powerful for us at this point. Now, I do see that there's a bit of a desert here. But that probably means we have another opposing enemy faction just up here. So this giant's kind of safeguarding the passage. Can't recall if I visited this or not. Good thing I went back. Okay, let's try this with a right click. I'm trying to get the hero into the city so we can actually pick up the troops. What's the trick? Because we should be getting the hero down here and then we can just drag. But I'm not managing for some reason. Alright, I'm gonna try ending the round and yeah, seeing if that's what's needed. Okay, let's get these here. Day 4, yeah, so it's not really worth staying to get... it's not worth staying to wait for more troops, so we'll head out straight away. So now we have at least one mage tower, so let's have a look at the spells. So we'll go down the arcane route. I'm guessing a focus charge is spell power available to you during that round. Let's get an explosion, get some damage into the field. Okay. So now we should be able to have some spells, hopefully. It looked a bit better, I thought, when I scrolled over. What happens if we flee? Do we still lose everything? Alright, so I think we're better off... we'll at least try. We'll give it a fair shake, like they say. Sure, start battle. Okay, that's gonna hurt a lot. So he's gonna be holding us off. We need to get to these. Oh, I'm just realizing I probably would have needed to go back to the city in order to learn the spells. Alright, we are royally done in the 4 here. Well, let's try to enjoy our demise as much as we can. It's a bit like that octopus fella from the Spider-Man movie. Remember the one that had like these 8 tentacles coming out of his back, with this kind of backpack sort of thing. And you kept floating in the air like her. Alright, let's see if we can... We'll try to avoid this one for the most part, though with those numbers they can still do quite a bit of damage. Do a heroic strike. Just like no sounds at all. I'm sure they must be planning to have a lot of kind of unique sounds and such for these heroes. In the final release, that is. Because you do really want a hero, if any sounds, you do want the hero sounds to be very on she writes. So what does she do? Handcuffs prevents the target from using active abilities. So we need to get closer. Ouch. One thing though, once a stack dies, we should be able to resurrect another one. To 16. You do get that counter attack though. Oh no, this one's ranged, that's right. I think I'm not going to make an attack. I'll just use this here as sponges, so they can take a couple of attacks. Just going to keep them occupied. So which active abilities? So that would be active one, I think. This not being a default, possibly. Leaves gaping wounds, causing the target to take plus 25% damage until the end of the next round. Yep. I want to use this on these, but this will have to do. Not surprised they get that high morale, you know, because they have superior numbers and things are really turning in their favor. Now if I go in here, you know, I won't really do anything. I'll just end up dying, so I'm gonna try to whittle away at this one a little bit more. Right, so here I thought I could actually make a move and then make that range attack. But maybe when you're moving out from like the enemy, like if you're melee already, perhaps, you know, it costs more movement points, so it's like a disengage action, something like that. Right, gonna try to bring these down a little bit. So, you know, they won't necessarily wipe all the stacks I try to attack with. Alright, slug time, let's move in. Such good animations. I think they must have, you know, used a motion capture actress or actor to do these things. I've kind of discovered this. I think she's from China, but she's like a motion actress, and she's doing a lot of YouTube now. She kind of took off a while ago, and it's just really impressive watching her work and some of her colleagues. Before I saw that, I really didn't give much thought. Like, you know, these animations you see, I thought it was relatively more the case of somebody just sitting in the studio and drawing like these kind of, you know, animating the bones for the character. I'm sure that was the case, at least to begin with. But, like this level of fluency, you probably need somebody to do that in person, at the moment at least. And I can see her, you know, she's done similar movements like to what we're seeing here, like the backflips and the twirls. And it's just so impressive. She kind of, she can move a bit like a cartoon character. It's just, yeah, mind-boggling to see the level of physical control she has. Anyways, let's see if we can kill something. I was wondering why she got a... well, I guess I attack, they counterattack. It was their action, they attack, and I counterattack. That's probably what happened there. Wish I had these spells. It would give me at least a chance to pull this off. This one, okay. We'll skip here. This one, however, can attack. Oof, we're in trouble now. Try one more of these heroic strikes. Pew! Didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. I think we just... Now, what's the difference between surrendering and fleeing, I wonder? Are you sure you want to surrender? You'll keep your army. But this could have been good earlier. But it'll cost you about 1200 gold. Not even sure we actually have that. Yes, we don't have the option. I'm also wondering whether the amount would have been higher at the start of the fight, because we had more units, so more to pay for, right? And flee, your army will be lost. What about the hero? Does that include the hero? It does include the hero. Okay. Yeah, because I remember I moused over this group and it didn't look too bad at that point. So I figured, hey, this would be fine. Little did we know, it wasn't fine at all. Right, well we have 2 heroes, so we have a second one. I guess we could try to go back now and... yeah, I was gonna go there, wasn't I? We shall turn around. But then maybe I can hire another hero in that case. And I also wonder if the heroes come back. They do. Just need a lot of gold, apparently. Seems to be related to level, how much it costs as well. Alright, so Blackthorn, I will try to get him back. Yeah, it's only a couple of turns, not too bad. I might actually curses his plunder. What does that mean? In game terms. We need to slay them to get access to the tomb. But maybe we can grab some mercury instead. Right, and that'll be it. I'm trying to save up for 5,000 gold here. We get the hero back. Seems to be a very loot heavy area here, but I think we might have to contend with having to come back later when we have a large army. There we go. Alright, make sure nobody is like adjacent when this happens. Slugness, initiative, and speed by 1. Okay. That was unfortunate. Right, and then let's... yeah, I think I'll try to get rid of these here. Might also be a good idea to drop by a city to pick up knowledge of those spells. But this one too. So ideally, I'd actually like to change this hero out and get the melee focus one instead. Very cool effects and animations. I approve. Trying to click more units. That's not gonna work. Guess we're just gonna clean up the remainder here now. So we got this one. I think for this one, yeah, we would have needed to have lost one of these units, right? I'm gonna try to kill them both at the same time. Oh, nice. And then the last one, that should be it. Now, I don't know if this was better than letting the AI do this, but at least it was more fun. That's pretty nice. Sure, let's go with a bit of an economy bonus. Okay. Next round we should have enough to get on here. I was not trying to click on them, I was trying to click on the south of the building to then see if I could actually click on the building. Okay, that's a little bit frustrating, I must say. Right, but on the bright side, if you wait now, you should have 5,000, and then we can go between these two places, pick up some troops. We'll hire the hero, we'll get Blackthorn back. And let's wait one more day to get a new week. And then we'll have a bit of gold as well to hire some units. Right, we're gonna have to wait. Need a bit more gold still to get all the troops. Wondering if I can actually research in more spells now. That's right, because we do have level 2 a mage tower, so we should be able to get some more spells. Ideally I want to get some arcane, just to stay in that school, right? Okay, so let's run on up here to the other city. With the troops, that is. By the time we get there, we should have enough money to recruit some more units. We're just 5 timber shorts. Did see some wood somewhere on the way. There was also the spell here we were wanting to pick up. Ah, there we go. Let's go back here and see if we can actually build. Here we go. And then we should be able to research a tier 3 spell, hopefully. Okay. Good afternoon. There's a grave digger. I think I'll come back later. I'll come another day. Now, seems we lost 2 heroes already and 2 armies. It's not looking too grand for us in case one of the actual AI enemy heroes shows up. We're gonna work extra hard to try to rectify the situation. Get some more mages in here or something a bit more. Some of these. Hydralisks. No grand shafts in this game. Drains a target from gaining focus. And we are out of funds as well, so let's just get up there. And that was the other, yeah, that was the other town. Let's get some a spell. Alright, so we're going with the arcane. Now this should be a spell, hopefully. And what does this do? Adds a lightning bolt, that is. That's a fun spell. I think we're happy with that. Let's try out one of these spells. Here we go. So we did have spells, we just were in the wrong tab, I think it was. I just assumed the default one would have all spells. No matter. Let's see. Okay, so if none of the tabs, these work like filters apparently, so if I don't have any selected, then it will show all the spells. Does not affect Aquilaughs. I'll pretend to know what that is. Now see, that's more like it's nice sound on this spell. This is what the hero abilities need. They need a little bit more of that. Nice, at least this kind of frozen slug trail as it kind of moves across the terrain. I suppose she's ranged. She is. Okay, so that's the way I'm supposed to be using them. Yeah, it's all about just playing the game and experimenting, and you know, you kind of pick up these things as you go. And you get more familiarized with the different troops and armies. Really cool spell effect. I like that one. A little bit less better, just about 0 losses. Looks like we need ore more than we're gonna need wood. Gingerbread house. The wicked witch will pay you well to ignore her cellar. Once per week, you get a resource of your choice. Okay, don't mind that. Guess Mercury. That's one that's kind of tough to get by, or kind of come by. Alright, so now we should be able to maybe build something. What's this? A group of humans in my land? Can't have that, clearly. Let's throw some traps down there. Fingers crossed they walk right through it. They're all tier 1. Whenever this creature gains a positive effect, its defense increases by 2. So this one could become very tough to take down if, you know, a mage on their side, like if they have a hero with them. Double strikes, strikes twice. Okay. The guard captain's one will be looking out for. Very nice. Now this spell, of course, becomes more valid the more enemies there are. So I could place this here, get these two maybe. Oh yeah, actually I'll put it here. Let's try that spell. Excellent. Yeah, totally ignoring this guy back here. Not too worried about them. This is, no, it does 2 attacks. If he's buffed up and maybe higher tier versions of these units, could be very dangerous, I can imagine. These animations are just so good. And the sound design. Fantastic stuff. Okay, we'll throw a X on them to do a bit of damage all the time. That's probably a bad idea, actually. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Should have gone for this one. Probably would have probably would have killed them, and as a result not lost that 1 unit. Et voila, another victory, or les victoires. Gives us access to both of these here. Now, we need some more units. Okay, so I think we have 17 spell points. Let's try this again. Guess we could just wait back here. Gives us more time to cast spells and do ranged attacks. I don't suppose put 2 in a row. Stepped on trap triggers, dealing pure damage. Damage equal 200% of 1 unit's max hit points. So, can I do this? There's no way you're right. Well, it's gonna be hitting 1 of them, but 2? That's too much to hope for. 1. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, that's the double strike one. Now we're out of spell points. Did have the heroic strike, which I could have used there. So if I have like a couple of these units, could really kind of stack this up, like pick one target and just keep them stacked on. Or of course when they move in, right? So I could have cast this spell as the enemy was moving in as well. But at this point we're better off just trying to make a attack and hopefully kill him. Good, good. We can use, I mean, this is good, particularly if we have just one hero. But this is also going to be very useful now just to kind of get units quickly, because we lost so many. So Abyssal Overseer and Abyssal Executors. I mean, we're quite a ways away from that anyways at the moment, so... Yeah, sure. A library. Probably a good idea. We'll keep the rest of the gold now to recruit units. Just get in position, so I'll start up here. I'm guessing knowledge has to do with okay. Knowledge has to do with maybe spell power or something like that. In which case it's going to be very handy for our trip. That's ranged. That's melee. Okay, so this one has sweeping attacks. I do like this upgrade though for our troops. Okay, so we can now leave and start our long journey south. Web. Aurelius Hand. Was an attack born into a clutch of ordinary dragons. Aurelius spent his life striving for the greatness he was denied at birth. Even in death, he remains still hold a spark of endless self-improvements. Yeah, we need even more gold. And even more. Lovely, okay. So we'll... Yeah, so first I'm using this one. We could upgrade these to be like... Well, not here, I suppose we need to go to our city to do that then. But to upgrade them to become the melee versions. So these here, right? We'll go half and half. We kind of need to get a Medusa, but we don't really have space. This is really good. What a cool looking unit. Murmur Monster. Shroom Song. Once per battle, spends all focus charges to restore the hero's mana. Mushroom Magic. It would be fun to have this one with us. We should make room for these Jasper dancers because they have those daggers, right? Which you can throw at 2 targets at the start. Or maybe we could do this. You know, having a dragon's heart is tempting, of course, but let's do this instead. We don't have the gold for it. We have to wait for 1 round. Interesting looking creatures, whatever they are. But can't quite afford losing more units right now. I do need gold. What's this guy? Is that an archer or what? I'm gonna jump in the battle. I wanna see what they are like, what they are. Yeah, it's an archer. Austringer. Look at that, has this little falcon on his shoulder. But that's what they're for, so give a bit of more visibility for the army on the map itself. Okay, but let's punish them. Oh, cool. Very cool. I thought these were ranged. They are ranged. Can attack enemies at any range. I should be able to. Yes. Sap. These are de facto knights for us, I think. So I'm focusing on the ranged mainly to decrease the damage potential from them before they even start. So the frost spell there also decreased the initiative, so just push them back. So I can do all this damage before they get a chance to react. That's one cool thing with this unit. They should be able to move freely anywhere they want because they're flying. Okay, the movement speed 3. What about these? The 1, 2, 3. Alright, I should be safe here. Unless you get like a morale boost or something. Let's see if you have any debuffs on that we can use on that guy. Minus the speed. They can only move 1 square, and then we can just whittle them down at range. Haha. Alright, so let's move back in that case. And we'll just start doing this kind of stuff. This one should be attacking from range, and you'll get 1 movement and it will be able to attack back, so yeah, we'll move back as well. $60 damage. Barrier, okay. Was it 2 rounds that debuff worked? In which case I may want to cast it again. Nice big damage. He does have that buff on for ranged attacks. Wonderful. Much better results. Let's see. I'll try to clear up this map a little bit. We're getting new week, so we should be able to get some more units. So here we are. Let's see what sort of foes we're looking at. Just another week. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, but this, it might not be their main hero. But if this is what they have, then we could make a fair shake of it. I should look into building some structures to increase the gold income. Let's have a look. Some new interesting units. We're getting ambushed. What are these things? Hoplet. Takes 2 mana from enemy hero. Okay, and these are some kind of bugs. Jumps on any corpse within 3 axes and devours it, gaining 2 attack and defense and speed. Okay. 3 to 4 damage. Save here. Yeah, they seem to be comfortable, all these units, but just different damage. In that case, guess it's best just to try to maximize damage. Nobody's clustered, so let's see, that's 40, 105. Jump, jump. Let's see if we can get out of this without losing any more than that one. With the low kind of unit counts, it might be possible. Is that it? Yeah, looks like it. Alright. Those interesting fights on different kind of units. 500 gold daily. We do need that desperately at this point. Okay. We're getting to get a bit of gold. I'm gonna see if I can finish recruiting all the units. We can. Getting close. Okay. Looking good. As for movements, suppose we can start heading south to pick up the troops. And a bit more gold. Bit of that dust. Get some XP here. Might as well, seeing as we're on the way down here. I think we're kind of closing on that point where we can potentially take on some of these more tougher enemies. It should be interesting. Alright, let's run down here, trying to pick up some troops. Should be about it, right? And this one here. Yeah, I want to make sure we keep the same type of units in these stacks. So we run out of space otherwise. If there's any upgrades we can do. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Just a bit of a relaxed Saturday strategy gaming. Have you played this game yourself or any of the early ones? Right, I think let's see if we can do any more structural upgrades. And then maybe run all the way north, pick up some more troops. Do a bit of this. And a bit of that. This is the little leprechaun. It would be nice to have like a teleportation gate to bring us up. Yeah, it will be fun when the game is finally released. I do say it should be sometime this year. It'll be fun to kind of try some missions and a bit more story mode. Alright, let's see if there's anything else we can build now. Marketplace. This will be good, gives a bit of gold, and we should probably check out the laws as well. Sure. So this. A bit more gold, we seem to be running out quite a lot. We have a lot of these, so let's get a bit of upgrade there. Few cultists. Our slug knights. And we still have a little bit of gold left over, so let's have a look here. The cultist spire. I think this is a very cool unit, or faction I should say. It's a very sort of Cthulhu-like, you know, with all the tentacles and otherworldly elder gods sort of beings. Yeah, like the theme of it. Okay, that's it for this round. Now, it won't be long, I think, until we have to 32. That's we don't need to lose that many. Because we're fighting against 4 other AI heroes. At any point now, it's likely that some of them will potentially start breaking through. Alright, let's throw a bit of ice bolt on this. Slow them down. Then we can start moving again. I forgot they are ranged. I should have made an attack there. These, however... Here we go. I keep them slowed. Alright, we're almost in range here. Just stay in the back and keep throwing these daggers. Now, I'm not sure if, because we're making an attack, right? But I'm not entirely sure whether or not we get both attacks. If there's just one, right? Or if you just get like one, and you know, because due to special ability, she can throw daggers on 2 opponents. Can we stack them? I'm not sure. I need to look at the damage numbers better. Buff. Hydraulics. Oh, here we go. Get the heroic strike in here as well. Let's try to maximize the damage output to minimize the losses. So Falcon was killed as well. Very sad. You would have thought they would just fly away. All negative effects on friendly creature last one last turn. Let's go for the attack. Okay, get some more units. Grants a new global mass spell. It allows interacting with any control city once per day, enabling the transfer of creatures to or from the city. That's gonna be good, especially now that we have just one hero. You enter the crypt, a curse will follow up when you proceed. What are these things? I have no idea what to expect. So I can't really make a choice whether or not it's worth it. Okay, we're out of moon points here, so we'll have a bit of, we'll leave a little bit left over gold there so we can actually recruit some units. All creature upgrades are free. Ooh, that's quite something. So we should take full advantage of that. Bear in mind, we should look into if there's any more upgrades we can purchase, like in the buildings, right? Okay. Well, let's get the units we can. I think we're gonna spend this whole week just grabbing units and upgrading. Just hoping we'll have enough gold to get all the units we can. So this army is starting to be, you know, a bit more intimidating to the foe, I can imagine. 1700, one more day. Okay, so we do... How do we do that transfer then? Well, you know what? Still messing around with it. Okay, but let's have a look here first, actually. Check the upgrades. Upgrade. Alright, so here if you get like, yeah, some melee. Upgrade. Yeah, we don't have the buildings yet, unfortunately. How about these? We should try to keep resources for that. Again, I think we're lacking the buildings. Yep, same there. Okay, let's give it one more day. See what I can do with these upgrades following that. So what is that? We need 10 gems. Five gems. Wonder if I can grab it from somewhere. So here maybe. But then again, gems probably aren't... Oh, it's ore, okay. We have ore down here, okay. So maybe... It'll be pretty tight. Okay, so here they come. An enemy has arrived. Now, this has become enemy city, so I don't know if it's gonna maintain the upgrades I've made. Hoping it does. Find out. Don't think we'll have time to... Wait, so suddenly have... Okay, we need a bit more ore. One more ore. Is there any ore down here, maybe? Oh, okay, here we have the enemy hero. That looks like a overwhelming force by the looks of it. Unfortunately. Okay. And here we go. Alright, well, we will try to battle this one out and see who can survive. The enemy has finished placing creatures. So they're the same faction of units, or some of them at least. Only kind of nicely upgraded. Okay. Okay, so no magical damage on this one. So you need to take them down with melee attacks. 69 of these. It's gonna be rough. What are these? Tier 7 units. Always deals maximum damage. That's bad ammo. That's gonna be a rough hit when that comes in. Well, let's build some traps. That's a melee unit, so it's gonna be moving forward as well. Guess we'll move up here, try to... Oh, no, it's the wrong unit. So this one can actually attack multiple units, so it's not the best target, but we need some melee units in there to start engaging. Probably should focus the Phoenix because of that once per battle thing they can do. They can do a lot of damage, though there is only 3 of them. But the damage is quite high. Okay. So probably worth it. Lost 99 units. Ouch. A cool unit though. Let's see. Get to blast both of them there. So how many hit points does he have? Does have a lot of shield though, so defense 50 does that mean we need to do more, or removes 50 points of damage from each attack. In which case the damage simply is not enough. Let's try anyways. Yeah. Okay. Does kind of look like we're about to lose this campaign in this battle. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. It's been a fun hour and a half. No, 2 hours playing. How time flies. But let's try to do the best we can with what we have left. Alright, so this one should be able to attack 2 units side by side, so hopefully you'll hit both of these. We'll see. Not sure how that works then. It looked like it would be an arc or arch in front of them, but it only seemed to be attacking one. This is it's not mine, are they? I suppose they are because they're red. I assumed incorrectly that they were, you know, the opponent's side. Okay, that would explain it. Let's see. Okay, so we'll attack here now. Yeah, he does take most of the damage. Maybe there's a spell which I have to decrease the armor. But used earlier, of course, but later than ever. But here we go. This should kill it. Nice. Yeah, so we got to see the death animation of that, and in its place it summons one of these creatures. Or one of these stacks, right? This one's close to losing one, so might as well. Well, that's a magical creature, isn't it? Okay, so it won't work on them. But these should feel the full effect. Oh, whatever that was nasty. Use the summoning right here. We can. Once per battle summon stack or grand shot in place of an allied corpse. Like this one, for example. These are a bit like... what's that name? There's a Cthulhu, like a Lovecraft story about... some people heading far north into the Antarctic, I think, and they find this old ancient city, and within it they find all these kind of strange creatures from the beyond. Shoggoth, is it? These seem like some of those sort of creatures you'd find there. Like so strange, they truly don't belong in this realm. Okay, let's follow up with a spell to try to kill off some of these phoenixes. So, okay, so they hit 2 in the front. But that's quite bad though. I guess it's a sweeping strike that did. Deals damage to the target and 2 adjacent hexes to the side. Yeah, that was it. Right, very neat. Let's see. Again, not fully utilizing this unit because you know, we'd need another enemy to get that arc attack off. I'm gonna try and take off one of these phoenixes. Not enough. So that's it. An utter defeat. Loss. Let me just run through a few rounds. I will see how it actually, you know, what happens when they capture last city. I do consider the game lost at this point though. We're not going to be able to recover to that extent. Like if we recruit a hero again, that's going to be like 5 or 8,000. And then we need enough troops to actually be able to face it against those doom stacks. So I just want to see how it ends now. Like what kind of screens we get when they capture the city. Which I'm assuming they will at some point in your own time. I'm just gonna try to go through as quick as I can. Don't know why they don't come south. Is it because we have troops in the console? No power on this one. This looks very vampiric. He's an alchemist, produces 1 mercury per day. That's cool. What does she do? Heart of Ice. Yeah, so yeah, helps her troops stay alive. I like this one though. Alright, but let's just grab. So he is undead. Death Knight. Yeah, that explains it. Yeah, I just want to grab into move the troops out. That's all really. Right. I suppose we could destroy these. Yes. And then we could just move them out. Okay. See if we can get them to come south and attack the city finally. Don't know why they're dragging it out unnecessarily. Okay. Come this way. So let's pretend to run away a little bit. Trying to get him closer to the castle. Just to make sure they see it. I mean, you should see it by now. As a player, you would have gone in at this point, right? You would have gone and just captured it, finished the game. But I don't know if the AI is set up in such a way to drag it out, to give the player a chance to maybe do something. But you're also far behind, right? You can't really catch up readily. Okay. Few more days and then I'll just and I'll kind of end the game without them capturing the castle because I'm getting a little bit bored waiting for it now. Okay, he's leaving. Never mind. Well, in that case, I'm gonna end the campaign or this fight here. It was fun. A lot of interesting new troops to discover. Some good fights. But I think overall, I am much more excited about the campaign itself. A bit more structure experience. When it comes to strategic games, otherwise I do prefer larger scope ones. You know, if all there is to do is really just to be thrown in a sandbox, right? In that case, something like EU5 is much more my speed. But throw in a bit of a campaign, a bit of a story, and such things, then I think this game could be really fun for myself as well. Okay, but thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna take a bit of a break now. In which case, so I will see you on the next one. Until then, take care.